And right now we welcome in Seahawks cornerback Richard Sherman. And let's get to these tweets here about Peyton Manning last night. 2 weeks ago, everybody was defending you. Now you're defending Peyton Manning. What caused you to do that last night?
Well, it was a really classy gesture by Peyton. During, after the game, I was crutching to the press conference, and I got a tap on the shoulder, and it just happened to be Peyton Manning extending a hand and saying congratulations and asking, was I okay, and how was the ankle feeling and everything. And I thought, that after a game like that and everything he's been through, that there's no need for him to have to do that, no reason for him to do that. And it was just one of the more classy gestures I've seen in football. And after a game like that, it just kind of took me aback.
Hey, Rich, speaking about this game, we were all sitting here talking about some of the greatest defensive performances in Super Bowl history. And, I played in one. Brian was on a great defense for a lot of years. But with this offense that you guys had to play yesterday, do you think this was the greatest defensive performance in the history of NFL Super Bowl games?
Well, I think it has to be up there. I know the Bucs and what you guys did to the Raiders that year was incredible, man. That was the best offense, and that's the performance that I think of. The Baltimore team, the '85 Bears, and we wanted to really etch our names in the history books, and against the record-setting offense, the record-setting quarterback, the MVP, the Offensive Player of the Year. I don't think it gets much better than what we did, and it was a total team effort.
Doug, first of all, what are you doing awake? Did you sleep at all last night? I'm sure you partied a lot last night.
I did. I got about 30 minutes of sleep.
Well, we appreciate you joining us right now. First of all, for those of us that weren't there, take us through that party. We hear that your owner, Paul Allen, played guitar. Everybody had a good time. That's got to be the best celebration you've ever been a part of.
Without a doubt, my man. I think that was part of the plan. We wanted to celebrate. We didn't want to come back to this hotel and not come back with a victory. So it was just an amazing feeling to spend time with our organization, our owner, obviously, Pete Carroll, John Snyder, the family members. For all of them to be able to enjoy this moment, it was something special.
You were emotional after that win last night. And one of the things you talked about, we had you on the show earlier this week. You had a chip on your shoulder all along, undrafted. You've been that guy. Your receiving core was called pedestrian. You took offense to that. Did that chip kind of allow you to play like you did last night, kind of maybe basically to prove people wrong?
It's not, like I said on the show, it's not necessarily so much to prove people wrong. It's more so to prove ourselves right, that we know what we're capable of, and we just got to go out there and do it continuously. And yeah, it definitely adds to the chip on the shoulder. I would be lying to you if I told you I don't go out and search the negativity, because I really do, because it just builds up that motivation that you need to go out there and do what you need to do on the football field. And Randy, I'm sure that you can relate to that.
I can definitely relate to you, youngster.
As far as the ball game goes, the pressure that your defensive line was able to put on Peyton Manning, I think in the end proved to be the difference. A lot of people weren't giving you guys credit going in. They kept talking about the secondary. They kept talking about the lack of receivers or maybe Percy Harvin. Were you guys out to try and prove a point last night in that ball game?
Well, I feel like people that watch football know, our D-line is decent. We know what we got. Our peers know what we're capable of doing. Obviously we don't get the credit, but it is what it is. But we make up the defense as well, so it's cool.
You were on that 0-16 Detroit Lions team, only team ever to go 0-16. Now you're a Super Bowl champion. Express the downs to the ups.
Well, obviously no one wants to not win a game, a whole season, and then just getting to the Super Bowl, it's the best feeling ever. So it just shows you that, having faith, hard work, and grind, and continue to work hard, get you where you want to go. And obviously, we're number one right now, so I can't complain.
January 18th, most of America didn't know who you were. Now you're a household name and a Super Bowl champion.
Oh man, it's been a roller coaster ride, man. I feel like I'm at the top of the world right now with my teammates. It's been an unbelievable journey. Part of the journey was tough. It was a growing experience. Just hearing all the critique, having your character attacked, having people attack you and criticize you and bash you throughout, a couple weeks, and but it, it gives you a chance to kind of read the criticism, kind of learn from it. What did you do wrong? What could you do better? And obviously, I'm not a perfect person, and I had a chance to grow and learn, but it's also a chance for you to be yourself and know that, it takes courage to be the person and stand up for who you are and what you believe in, and that's also something I learned. Sometimes you got to just stand there and take the punches and be who you are.
Well, you're not a perfect person, but you're one of our favorite people. Thank you so much. Congratulations to you, Richard.